Namaste, welcome everybody. Namaskar. Welcome to Shree Vidya live with me. For a long time, I have withheld from teaching this practice because not because I don't think you were not ready, because I was not ready. But now that I have taught two batches and you are the third batch, I think I can handle this job that the universe is giving me very well. Hari Om. Shri Matre Namaha. Right? So, a lot of you are here and you know a little bit about Sri Vidya. You have either a yantra, but we will go step by step and in depth in learning this science. Sri Vidya is not a superstitious, simply religious practice. It is very, very scientific. But because a lot of you are not science students, I cannot go in depth about the scientific aspect of it because you will get bored and then you will not be able to benefit from the value of Sri Vidya. Let's understand first that everything that the Vedic, the Sanatan Dharma method gives us is scientific, right? Long before, nobody talked about vibrations, nobody talked about energy. But today, we are all using these terms very, very easily, right? We are using the term. What is the term that we use? Vibe is not matching. This person has a great vibe. I love the vibe of this place. What is this vibe? This vibe is nothing but, tell me. So you can all comment in the chat box. What is this vibe? So we are all emitting electromagnetic waves because this planet has an electromagnetic field, right? Electric, and magnetic. Lalita is magnetic energy, right? Lalita Tripura Sundari. She is the magnetic energy that attracts you. Don't we see it in people? Don't we find people very, very attractive? Somebody might not be the most beautiful person, but they are very attractive. Some people you just want to be around them, you want to talk to them. There's a certain quality of magnetism that we say. Then someone has a very electric energy. We can say that's Kali. Electric. The electric guitar, right? We use electricity. So there are many kinds of energies. Shaktis. In Tantra, we call them all Shaktis of the Devi. That is the only difference between what the West has taken. West calls it energy. We call it Shakti. That's the only difference. We call it Devi. We call her Devi. We have given her a form. Why, guys? Why did Hindus do that? Why did people of Bharat do that? Why did everything become so graphical? Why did it become allegorical, storytelling? Why is Kali, why is electricity or electric energy given such a form? Tell me. Isn't it easier to remember? I think it's just supremely intelligent. Otherwise, it's so boring if I keep talking about vibration, hertz, if I keep talking about this frequency, that frequency, we lose interest. That's why science is so boring. It is so difficult to remember all this. Not just remember, but we don't know how. Now what? Okay, Mana, you've given us all this data about electricity, magnetism, earth magnetic field. What do we do with it? So that's what is the limitation of science, I feel. They know everything, and yet they know nothing. They know everything. They know what the boson, Higgs boson is. They know there is gravitational force. Yet it does not alter the human quality of life, the quality of human life. I know the earth is rotating around the sun, but then what? What should I do? How is that information going to change my life? And that is where Adhyatma, spirituality, Sanatan Dharma is a little advanced, I'll tell you. Because we are rooted in science, but yet we know how to improve the quality of our life with it. That's why when we call the sun Surya Dev. We're not saying sun is a ball of energy. No. We say sun is Surya Devta. So you must wake up early morning and do Surya Namaskar. You must do yogic asan to do Surya Namaskar. And what are the yogic asans? The yogic asans, what they help you do? Tell me. Channel that energy of the sun. And what does the sun stand for? Energy, fiery energy, action. So the minute someone does Surya Namaskar, a lot of body gets very, very active. And we also have Chandra Namaskar. So we're also saying here, no point knowing so much about the moon. Do Chandra Namaskar in the evening. Then you can harness the qualities of the Chandrama, and it will relax you. It will make you blissful. It will make you calm. So science has a limitation, and that's why Shree Vidya is a little ahead of science. And why can I say this? I am a science student. I am not teaching you superstitious stuff. Just worship a photo, bajao ghanti. No, we're not going to do just that. We're also going to deeply understand the why of everything. Because unless you know the why, there's no difference between you and all the other lallu pallus in the world who are doing things randomly, right? But there is something about a scientific process that it works for everyone. So even if a lallu pallu is doing the process, it will work for them. That's what it is, right? If you know how to put on the switch, light will come on. Now, whether you are a child, whether you are an old person, all you need to know is how to turn on the switch. If you know that technique, anybody can turn on the light in this room. Illiterate, literate. Beautiful, ugly, thin, fat, irrespective of which nationality, which race, wherever you are from. That's what's beautiful about the scientific process. That's what's beautiful about Sri Vidya. Know that all these Vidyas are scientific processes. Once we know the technique, we can turn it on. It doesn't matter which background you're from. And that is my purpose, is to give it to all of you. That's why this is a free live program, so that more and more people can benefit from it. Now let's understand what do I mean by technique of putting the light on? What do I mean by putting the light on? Tell me. Putting the light on means turning the switch on is a technique. This is what we mean by tantra. Tantra. Everybody wants to learn tantra. What is this tantra, mana? Is it only about sex? No. It is not just about sex, but it works for sex also. It works for samadhi also. It works for enlightenment also. It works for power also. It works for love also. It works for everything. What you want to use it for is all that. So nobody can judge, right? How we're using electricity. Nobody can judge. We have discovered electricity. We have learned how to use it. Now, can I judge you if you're fueling a battery with it? or if you're fueling your bulbs with it, or you're putting a toaster with it. No, same as with Tantra. The world can use it for, somebody can use it for bad things, somebody can use it for good things. Just like technology, just like a machine gun, can be used to kill in the hands of a terrorist, and can be used for in the hands of a good person in the army man. It will used for protection of people, right? So we can't judge Tantra. People can use it for whatever. That's why there is black magic also. There is dark matter also in the universe, and there is light. There is a black hole also that sucks all the light, and there is white light also. So, the play of good and bad, we should not worry too much about it. We should worry how we are using this in our life, right? So, what is Tantra? And it's very important to talk about Tantra because this is a tantric practice. This Shree Vidya is a school of Tantra. And in that also, it is Shakti Kula, Shaktism, where we consider what is Shaktism. Shaktism is where Shakti, the divine feminine, is considered the supreme. So, for most people, it's very difficult to understand this. How can divine feminine be supreme? We know God as Jesus, we know God as Allah, we know God as Shiva, we know God as Krishna, we know God as Vishnu. But Devi? Mana, you're saying Devi is supreme? Yes. Because where did all these gods come from? Which womb did they come from? All the Shiva, the Krishna, the Christ. Which womb birthed these divine gods? That womb is Devi. That womb is Shri. And Tantra is her science, is her path, is the path of Shakti. Right? So let's understand what does Tantra mean first of all. Tantra means a technique of doing something, right? But what are we using this technique for? What is this technique for? So imagine you have a lock and you have a key. So what do I do with the lock and key? I use the key to open the lock. If I give you a key and you have a lock, you don't know how to open this. You don't know this action. You will not know what it is. So some people are at that level of consciousness where they are not even aware that there is a key to the lock or there is any lock. They're just living randomly. But then there are some people who know there is a lock, like many of us, but we don't know where the key is. We're looking for the key. Then some of you have the key and the lock, but you don't know the technique, like a little child. Doesn't know how this will go, what to turn, is struggling to open the lock. The guru just comes, or a teacher just comes, or the Vidya just comes to you at the right time. So there are no coincidences. There are no, you're not here by default. You are ready. You have been made ready to receive this knowledge. And you will all have this certain, you'll say, oh, Mana, I was reading the Lalita Sahasranamam, I heard about Shree Vidya online, and some strange series of events led you to being here, right? Some strange series of events. And you call this luck. But there is no luck and there is no coincidence in this universe. This universe does not operate on chance. It is a perfect design. and we will talk a lot about the perfection of the cosmic design. Okay, so the tantra is the technique, the yantra is a tool. We can use the yantra as a tool. Mantra is also a tool. Yantra is a diagram, a circuit. So again, in engineering, if you open up your phone, don't do it. Don't open your phones, guys. But there is a circuit board. There's a motherboard in your phone, which is a bunch of circuits. Chips also have the same circuit. So this is a circuit. Similarly, the yantra, the drawing, the diagram is a circuit. So imagine current passing through a circuit. The mantra is also a tool. What is the outcome? What is the outcome? Why are we doing this? What is to achieve? What is to be achieved, Mana? Why are we all here? What is to be achieved? A superior state of consciousness, like a software upgrade. You all have iPhones. In iPhones, there is something called as a software upgrade, and certain upgrades need to be done in the software. Otherwise, it's old technology. Old. And nobody likes old tech. I don't like old tech. I like the latest tech. I want the latest phone, latest gadgets, good quality. They work better. They just have a more productive output. Similarly, is your brain. This brain that you have, it needs a software upgrade. And when I learn how to use the mantra, the yantra, and the body, I can upgrade my intelligence. I can upgrade it to match the cosmic intelligence. So, people think God is not static, guys. It's not, it is ever evolving, ever improving, perfection. So, you will think there's an end point to life. There's an end point to anything. There's really no end point. We have an earth body, then we have many higher bodies. And one of those higher bodies is called a light body. Most yogis do enough yoga, tapasyas, sadhana, practices to achieve this light body. Most galactic beings, you think you're the only one? You think Earth is the only planet? No. There are many, many other star systems in the galaxy, and many, many beings on in those star systems. And those star people or beings, I will use the word beings, from star systems interact with us and help us upgrade. It's like a sharing of technology. You know how when I've learned something, I'm teaching you, I'm helping you because I want you to be better. I'm sharing. Similarly, those entities also share their gifts, their knowledge with us. Shree Vidya is one such knowledge that helps us upgrade our consciousness so that we can go to the next level. And it is called enter the light body, the era of light and love and higher intelligence, so that we can perfect the systems on earth to be better for all life. Right now, the systems on earth are very, very limited. Right now, the systems on earth are very, very old school. Money, you look at the way money is. It's so limiting. It is making some people rich and some people really poor. It's not a fair system. It's not a beautiful system. Children are dying, committing suicide because of exams, right? Unhappy marriages, death. People just for their some profit are selling things like cigarettes, drugs, cocaine, heroin, getting humans addicted just for a little bit of money. This is the current state of affairs on this planet. Rapes, molestation, porn. The consciousness is so down. So, are we ready to tap into a higher state of consciousness where everything becomes easier? I also call it the abundance portal. The portal where everything is easy. Manifesting is super easy. Right now, you're putting in so much effort in your manifestations. Journaling, nothing's happening. Hoping, nothing's happening. What if I tell you this is a tool where what you want just starts happening? So that is Shree Vidya. That's why it was a secret practice. It was a Gupta Vidya. It was not given to everybody for whatever reasons. But right now, it needs to go to everybody. The planet is in a really bad state. People are living miserable lives. I was in Delhi for 2 days. I had a slight cough because of the winter, but it went crazy in Delhi. I usually stay without taking medication, but last night I had to. Heavy cough syrup and meds because it was like I'll cough my lungs out. So, can you imagine the state of these cities where little kids are going to school? My lungs cannot handle because I live in the mountains. I'm used to at least, it's not too great compared to other countries in the world, here also, but still, it is clean air. I get sun, the sunny outside. And Delhi, the capital of India, look at the condition of this. Who would want to live here? All wealthy people want to just leave the country. They're not living here, most of them. They're living outside. Some fools like us who want to serve this nation are sitting here. So think about it, everyone. Right? This level of upgradation that we all need to do so that we can create a beautiful life, a beautiful world. For ourselves, at least. Forget, I'm not saying create it for the whole world, but create it for yourself at least. Right? So, what does Sri Vidya do? What is Sri? What is Sri? So, has everyone heard of Sri Rama, Sri Ramachandra, Sri Krishna? Why is Sri written in before their names? Tell me. Why is Sri written in front of Ram and Krishna? What is this Sri? This is the science, this is the method of attaining to that level of greatness, right? That when you master that and you serve the divine feminine and you have her blessings, then only you can achieve greatness. Before that, greatness cannot be achieved. Till the totality of divine feminine is achieved. Till you have attained to the higher cosmic order. So in Sri Chakra is the yantra, and I'll show you all this. Don't worry about it. Don't. I'll share my screen and take you through a lot of things. But this is the science of creating brain coherence, changing your neural pathways What are neural pathways? So your brain is connected to, yeah, everybody knows. The spinal cord is going from our spine, connects to the brain. And this spine is connected to all the nerves running through our whole body, right? Running through your whole body. So that means all the nerve signals are connecting to the brain. What does Shree Vidya do? Shree Vidya creates energy, brings new energy through mantra, yantra, mudra. Mudra is in level 2. In level 1, we will understand yantra and mantra. Combinations of yantra and mantra. How to do the yantra gazing. How to use the mantra. And when we start doing this, something amazing happens. New neurons, new, start developing. New neural pathways start developing. New pathways that didn't exist earlier. New neural pathways are getting formed. And in these new neural pathways, what is happening when new neural pathways? What is a neural pathway? So let's say every day I have, okay, I have this sipper, okay? Every day I'm drinking from this sipper. I know how this sipper feels, na? Even in my sleep, if I have to stretch my hand out and hold this sipper, I'll grab it. In my sleep, I know how to turn it, I know everything about it. This is a neural information. My fingers have sent the signal to my brain. It has mapped this through habit, through repetition, and I know how this works. Similarly, higher states of consciousness also are just new neural pathways, right? So we cannot change the gadget, we cannot change the body, but we can upgrade the software. And the same gadget just works better unless we are ready for a new body, that is a light body. Then we are gifted a new body, level, next level of human evolution. Then we become galactic beings, right? Then we can travel, astral travel. But a lot of you have right now needs of this life, that is money, good relationships, good sexual relationship. Some of you want siddhis. Some of you have desires basically. We all have desires. So this is a tool for desire fulfillment, right? It is a tool for desire fulfillment. Everybody who's entering, this is a class going on. This is not a random YouTube video. Be very watchful of the kind of language you're using here, how you are addressing me, how you are talking to each other. Otherwise, you will be blocked and reported. So please be very, very mindful of how we are conducting ourselves, right? Everyone, let's be respectful and gracious when we are learning something so amazing. So I will take up questions in the last 15 minutes of the class. So you can post your questions here. Our team, I will go through all the questions and answer them, right? Just give me a moment. So otherwise, I'll lose my train of thought. So we have desires, and all of us have been told that desires are not good. Is it true? No. There is no such thing as desires being bad. It is but natural to have desires. What if you could manifest everything? Can you handle it? Will you be able to handle it? And a beautiful example of that is Draupadi. So, Draupadi, uh, everybody knows who Draupadi is? So, there's a story called the Mahabharata. It's a Hindu epic, right? Of Sri Krishna, the Great War. So, Draupadi is the wives of the five Pandavas. Everybody should know at least a little bit about the Bhagavad Gita. So, she's married to the five brothers, right? So they say Draupadi had wished for these five qualities in her husband. That I want a husband who has valor. I want a husband who has the strongest, who is the most good looking, who is the most economous. All this, most. One husband to have all these five things. The universe was like, nah, impossible, girl, what you're asking for. One man, all these five qualities, just not possible. Sorry. But the universe always says yes. Tathastu. The universe gave her five husbands. So this is just a joke, right? The universe gave her five husbands. One was the most good looking, one was the most, Veer, one was Yudhishthir, one was Arjun, Bhim, Nakul, Sahadev, all with different qualities. So be careful what you ask for, because if you get it, now you will have to be married to five men. Handling one man is enough. Imagine five men totally in love with you and wanting your time, all the time and energy from you. So this is what the universe, this is what Sri Vidya does. It gives you everything you want, right? Then you're like, oh my God, slow down, because it also fastens everything up. It also is a very quick tool to use. It's going to really create speed in your manifestation. Right now things will start happening. So then one has to become very responsible. Like, even if in anger you'll curse someone, it'll come true. That is the power of Sri Vidya. It's power. It gives you all kinds of power, but mostly it gives you Ichha Shakti. What is Ichha Shakti? Ichha Shakti is the power of desire, the power to fulfill desires. Ichha Shakti. Just through desire. Imagine if desire has so much energy. Desire has a lot of energy. Just the very desire that you have has enough energy to manifest it. That is Sri Vidya. But for that, we need the new neural pathways, which the Shri Yantra and the mantra help us activate. So it is a redesigning of our mind, of our brain. Okay? This is basically what the yantra is for. Now, the yantra is a 2D pattern, it's a 2D image. Okay? The Shri Yantra is a 2D image, but in reality, in the cosmos, it is not 2D, it is 3D. These are complex geometrical shapes that energy takes up, tetrahedrons, right? Octahedrons, and it goes on. So it's geometric. And I'll come to that. In tomorrow's class, we'll cover why it is geometric. So today, what clarity did we get? That we are using this Tantra practice to connect to our brain and upgrade it. What is this design? What is this design? Why this design? Let me see if I can share my screen. Yeah, I can share my screen. Just give me a moment. Okay, so that you can all see now. Just a second. Can someone just type if this is visible? Just say yes if this is visible to you. Just type in the chat box. Okay, great. Thank you. So now do you see? Why this diagram, Mana? Why this diagram? Where does this diagram come from? How did this diagram come? Tell me. Why this diagram? So, this is the pattern or the foundational structure of the cosmic design of supreme state of consciousness. When anybody attains to the supreme state of consciousness, they can start seeing these patterns forming. It was 2017 when, for the first time, I was in LA and I was meditating, doing my practices, not Shree Vidya. I was just doing Kriya Yoga. And with my eyes open, suddenly I saw some patterns getting formed in front of me. Like those tetrahedron patterns, triangular patterns. And I freaked out. I really freaked out. I thought I was losing it. I got so scared that I stopped doing my sadhana for a year because it was scary. What was this happening? Much later, when I received Sri Vidya in my sleep and I was told to teach this, I understood, oh my god, back then those patterns which I was seeing was this yantra. But that means I was attaining to a very high state of consciousness through my sadhana. So the yogis also saw similar patterns getting formed. And then they also saw correlation in the outward reality changing. When your inner state of consciousness becomes beautiful, your outer reality also becomes beautiful. Your face starts changing, your face starts becoming beautiful, your character becomes beautiful. You just become a very gorgeous person. And you start receiving all those things that belong to this divine consciousness, which we will learn. Life which is dysfunctional, chaotic, not nice, money problems, love problems, family problems, they will all start going away. And then you will become a real influencer. Because when your state of consciousness changes, you become an amplifier, right? So everybody has a Wi Fi in their house. And there's an amplifier that sends the signal out. This is what the Sri Yantra is. You become an amplifier. Wherever you are, you will emit this prosperity, abundance, beauty, powerful, magnetic, attractive energy. And everyone around you will also start changing. And when enough number of us live in a country with this state of consciousness, our country will start changing. So it is first about us becoming mediums of change. Right? So this pattern is a geometric 3D pattern actually, but we are trying to show it in a 2D way. Even in a 2D form, it has massive impact of altering the inner design. When we are thinking negative thoughts, when we are in an unhappy state of mind, our geometry starts changing. When we are happy, peaceful, blissful, joyful, our geometry starts changing. Imagine if I am, angry, how does my face look? If I am disgusted, how does my face look? So, a blissful face means blissful within first, then blissful outside, then blissful all around you. Now, these are harmonious, it's harmony. Very important to understand this. So, this is harmony, right? What is harmony? How do we define harmony? When things belong in the right place, you know, the sofa should be in the right place, the table should be in the right place, the screens should be, equally balanced, or we can close it if it is distracting everyone. Okay, right? So, harmony means things are in the perfect order. That is beautiful. There is a sense of aesthetics, there is a sense of peace when you see a beautiful thing. Is beauty not divine? Tell me. Is beauty not divine? Beauty is divine. Beauty is a divine attribute. We cannot even come near copying the beauty that the universe is creating. Man can take years to make a beautiful building, and a little insect can create the perfect cocoon in just no time. So, beauty is divine. If we look at this jungle, where I am, it's insane the number of plants that there are. The number of insects that I see every day, there is a new insect with a new pattern on it, with a new color. I am just in awe. Awe. How, where is all this coming from? Who's creating this? So, the divine feminine womb is very creative and very beautiful. One animal more beautiful than the other. Look at humans, right? So it is creative energy, but harmonious designs. So we want to come in sync with that harmony. That is Shri. That's why if you look at that pattern, it's a very, very magnetic pattern. Once you see it, you're like, okay, I want to know about it. I want to know about this. Automatically, one feels like knowing about it. Automatically, you're like, I can't wait to know this knowledge. What is this that is going to make my life easy? That will make my life beautiful. That will make me beautiful. Don't we all want to be beautiful? I want to be even more beautiful. More and more and more and more. Most, most, most. Why? Beauty is divine. So, Lalita, Shree Vidya is also called the practice of Lalita Tripura Sundari. Lalita Tripura Sundari, the deity, the goddess of this practice is Lalita. And Lalita means playful. Playful. How interesting. The energy of this yantra, the manifestation is playful. Have fun. Having fun. What is playful? Someone who's having fun is really fun. Simply. She is having fun. And Tripura Sundari, Tripura. What does Tripura mean? Three worlds, Tripura. Three states of consciousness: the waking state, the sleeping state, the dreaming state, and the state of total superconsciousness. She's beautiful across all states of consciousness. Even in the negative, most negative state, she is still most beautiful. You know, times when life feels, oh my god, we hate it. No. Devi is beautiful even in that negativity. Life is beautiful even with all its chaos, even with all its madness, even with all its horror. It's beautiful. She is beautiful. Even when she's very angry, you look at her and you go like, oh my god, she's so beautiful. Imagine seeing a person who's so angry, but even in that anger, all you can see is her beauty. You're mesmerized by that. So now imagine an energy that is supreme beauty. Imagine a divine form that is the most beautiful. Can you imagine it? All the beauty in the world, all the beauty in the world put together. Can you imagine how beautiful that must be? Across all worlds, this world and the worlds beyond, in the galaxy, across all galaxies, the most beautiful. Can we fathom, think of, ever comprehend beauty like that? That is Lalita. And this is her knowledge. Because once we can attain to her, we'll also become like her. We also become like her. Beautiful, beautiful people, in and out. Heart, beautiful mind, beautiful character. Thoughts become beautiful. And then you realize, then you start loving yourself. Self love doesn't happen so easily. Then we start falling in love. Okay? So, this is what this science is going to give you. It's going to make you super attractive, magnetic, akarshan it will give you, power it will give you. It'll give you everything that you need. That your life will become paradise, harmonious. Everything will start coming in coherence around this. You will see crazy changes in yourself and in your people around you. This is the science of Shree Vidya. Now, before it's a lot of information for day one, I can go on and on and on. One last thing that I would like to talk about is vibrations and sound. Yeah, we beautiful, Sahil. We do have to stop breathing to think of something like that. That beautiful, right? That kind and gentle and graceful. It does because our mind cannot fathom, cannot imagine something like that beautiful. Devi is that beautiful. So now let's go to what a mantra. I didn't talk too much about mantra. Yantra I explained to everybody. It's like a circuit. What is a mantra? Mantra is sound vibrations. Ra, la, ta, tha, ra, da, dha, ram. In Sanskrit, there are vowels and consonants. Sanskrit, the first base language in the world, was designed for a very high state of consciousness. So these sounds are keys. You can say they are codes. Sounds are keys to unlocking the circuit so that energy can go around it, flow, right? So, mantra is nothing but a circuit, it is a key, code. If you want to open the digital locker, we need to know the code. The mantra is a code. This is what we are going to learn, how to use these codes. And what do these codes do? They unlock or they lead us to certain dimensions of the universe which we did not have access to. Let's say astral travel. You don't have access to that. Certain siddhis, superpowers, you right now don't have access to that. You don't have access to a lot of wealth. You don't have access to beauty. You don't have access to all these things. So these mantras give you access to parts of all this amazing multi-dimensional cosmos, life, right? This is what a mantra is. So Ram, for example, I'll take the mantra Ram. Everybody's chanting Ram, 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 Ram. R plus Ra, the sound Ra. Ra is also there in Egypt. It was a solar king's name, Ra. It is also the solar king of in Bharat, Ram. What are the similarities? What are the odds? Rahim, again Ra. Ra, Ra, Ra. Rahim is also the same code word. Ra in Egypt is also the same code word. Ram is also the same code word. But only a yogi knows now what this code word will open. It works on the Manipura chakra. Manipura. What does Manipura mean? The land of jewels. Right? Supreme wealth and power, kingly status. Anybody with a very strong, balanced Manipura has a lot of power. Power to buy whatever they want, power to take over whatever they want. That is the Manipura chakra. And Ra, is the code word for that. But we don't know all this, huh? We're just doing it like this only. We don't know the deeper science behind it. Okay, so now let's take up questions, everybody. This is how we will be using learning, but this week is theory. Then slowly next week we will start painting the yantra. I will tell everybody, I will post links, I will give you everything so that you know exactly what to do. Who has questions? Today is a day of Ma Tripur Sundari, coincidentally. Like I told you, baby, there are no coincidences. I had no idea. I don't follow it so well. Huh? I just said 21st. Sam was also saying it's middle of the week. I said, I don't know. Let's start it on the 21st. So look at that. What does Shree Vidya demand in return? Very good question. Very good question. Shree Vidya demands absolute respect, reverence, right? For the person that is teaching you, your guru. Second, for the Divine Mother. If you all wish to contribute financially, I would very gladly receive them. We will post a link in the chat box where you can message Sayam. I think I don't know if Sayam is there. Let me just reach out to my team and I will tell Sayam to. All of you are eligible to receive it. Don't worry, guys. All of you are eligible to receive it. Everyone who has the willingness to learn, readiness to transform, and the strength to follow through, you are ready to learn and you have landed up here, you're all eligible. Don't worry. When I'm with you and I'm holding your hand and taking you through this, so just fearlessly. But if you're learning, please do it. Please learn it with diligence. Otherwise, don't do it. There are too many practices in the world that can be learnt and left. This is not such a practice. This is a very, very high order sadhana, right? So feel happy that you're getting this as a gift. Don't stress about your eligibility. Leave that to me. I'll handle it. I'll make you eligible if you're not eligible, right? Even if you are full of shit right now, I will wash you. I'll give you a nice scrub. Squeaky clean, I will make you. So don't worry. That's why the teacher is there, no? To help. Just give me a minute. I am just messaging. Karma might resist in completion. No, no, no. We will take a sankalp. I am there, like I'm telling you. If you don't like me enough right now to want to see me every day, then I can't guarantee. But if you kind of like me and you just want to come here to see me and to listen to me, then half your work is done. Right? You should miss me tomorrow, all of you. Really. You should feel like, oh my god, if I'm not going to class, something is missing. I want to see Mana. I want to listen to Mana. That's more than enough. Rest of the work is my work. Your work is just showing up and like falling in love with me. Come on, I'm quite lovable a character. Am I not? Not that bad looking, guys. It's not a waste of your time. So 1 hour in your whole day you can spend on a pretty girl. Come on, all of you. Okay, then the rest I will take care of. Don't worry, just show up. Just show up for 1 hour every day. Nothing else is needed. Just 1 hour for 30 days. I will do it in Hindi also. It's just time is a little limitation. After this, I will teach it in Hindi on the Hindi channel next month. I will take out time to teach on Hindi also. Okay, so let's take up questions. Anybody has any question? I had to. Okay. Is there a difference between Ma Lalita Tripura Sundari and Ma Minakshi? A little bit. Little bit. So, see, these are just different, we can say, Leelas of the Devi, different forms of the Devi. Lalita Tripura Sundari is the playful, beautiful goddess. And Meenakshi is a different aspect of Devi. Just that Lalita is the playful one, and then Meenakshi is a different aspect. Nothing else. Of the same Tripura Sundari. Like I relate a lot to Lalita. That's why I teach the Lalita Tripura Sundari sadhana, because I'm also very naughty. Very, very naughty. I don't like to be serious. The more you will get to know me, you will see the kind of jokes and examples and everything, guys. It is a very unfiltered class. Riddhi, you don't like you, love you. Love you back. If we are not consistent with the practice, not for these 20 days, you have to be consistent. Sorry. Right now, till the teaching is being given, you have to do it in a go. If you break the flow right now, when I'm transferring the knowledge to you, the download will not happen. The download is not, is this is all going into your brain right now, guys, when you're listening to me. My consciousness is influencing your consciousness just by being in my presence. So you can't break it. Thank you, Siddharth. Thank you. Okay, so now this is reason enough for all everybody to be consistent. Thank you. Thank you, Darsha. Okay, does anybody have questions? You can ask. How can you meet me? Rishikesh. You can all come to Rishikesh and meet me. Just a minute. Anybody has any questions? Can we manifest money? Yeah, abundance. There is abundance. If you want money, money will come. If you want love, love will come. If you want spiritual discipline, that you can manifest. Is there any way we can access the class if we miss any of the live sessions? Yes, guys. All these sessions will go on the channel in a playlist called Shree Vidya Level 1, and it will be permanently there always. So you can always go and do it there. Is there any way we can access the class? Okay, done. Ma'am, can you please elaborate Ma Bhagwati Kali Lakshmi Sarvaswati? I will cover all this in coming classes. Don't worry. Every day, little by little. All this will be covered, everyone. Don't worry. We can practice this at home with everyone around, like people who don't believe in this. No. You can keep your yantra in front of everyone, but you can't do the practices in front of anyone. That has to remain secret. Came to know a little bit late about this live session. Yes, it will be uploaded after, within a few hours. An hour, I think it takes to upload. And you can watch it. It will always remain there. I cannot change the timing. Sorry. Shri Gayatri and Lalita and Ma Bhagwati different. Yes, different aspects of Devi. Yes. Can we have more than one guru? Yes. But it's always good to focus on the teachings of one. You can have many teachers. Guru stays one. My guru is Osho, and Osho will always be my guru. I could not relate to anybody more than Osho. But I have given enough respect to all the masters. Right? So, guru does not change for me. You can have many, but your main source of who you bow down to, I think, is one only, for the sake of the clarity of the mind. But one should always be like a bumblebee, like a bee going from flower to flower to collect nectar. The bee never asks, is this flower worthy, should I or should not. It goes in search of honey. So, just like that, all spiritual disciples, all humans should be like honeybees. Masters are like the flowers that you go and collect nectar from. The ultimate goal is moksha, is your own enlightenment, is your own self realization, is your own attainment. The guru and the great masters are all one and the same, and their purpose is to take you there. So, maybe the journey is being guided by your guru only, right? And in the physical form, maybe you're connecting with me, because um, Osho also is not there in the physical form. So I needed many other beings in physical form. Sadhguru was there in the physical form. Other masters I met in Rishikesh were in the physical form. Sometimes we need the physical form, no? We need a person that we can go see and say hi and give them a hug. So we can always connect to one that is in the physical form, always without guilt, because our heart needs that person to love, right? Our heart really needs that kind of love. The Guru love is above everything. It is beyond all kind of love in the world, what a Guru love is. So you must not deprive yourself of that, right? And if you're feeling connected to me, just come and get a hug, see me, and nothing bad happens when we love more people. It's not like you're betraying your Guruji. Okay? Don't feel guilty ever. माँ काली की पूजा करते हैं साथ में. हाँ, आप कर सकते हैं साथ में. You can do it. But for some time, you'll have to stop your Kali puja. You can't do both. It's too much. So for some days, you'll have to do Lalita puja, Lalita sadhana. Okay, today I think just talk something about energy, ma'am, how it works and what it is. Okay, Riddhi, tomorrow's class I will take this up. Just remind me. I will talk more about energy tomorrow. Okay? Today, let's end the class here. Thank you, everybody, for attending. God bless you. Welcome to Shree Vidya Level 1. Yeah, don't worry. We will cover this, Juhi. I will take up now the questions I will take up tomorrow, guys. Today's session, let's end it here. You can keep your questions, Juhi. I'll take it up tomorrow. And Riddhi, I will also take up yours tomorrow. Just save your questions, guys. Save your questions and I will cover them tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.